Good morning. Welcome to New York. Welcome to the ICERM conference. So I think some of you, this is your first time here, so I'll give you a little background about what ICERM is doing at the United Nations currently. So we do now have permanent consultative status with ECOSOC. So one of the things that's been this is my first year as the representative, and so I can say this has been a big learning year for me. And this is a perfect opportunity to bring that forward into the conference. I'm really looking forward to hearing what the various presenters have to say and looking at where we can move the conversations forward in peace. So I tend to work more on the business and employment front with bringing different ethnic conversations and religious conflicts together in business and employment settings. And that's small businesses, large corporations. So I really got into the training at ICERM because I saw, as ICERM does, that we need to have a multi-level solution. And so I'm really interested in hearing what you all have to say about that, and I'm anxious to get started with the conference. So I think we have Peter coming up, but I guess you can tell a little bit more about Peter. Oh, we have a question.
I have a request.
Oh, yes.
We honor the 4 directions. Here, this is called Turtle Island. And when we start our ceremonies over by honoring the 4 directions, I would like to invite us to do that together.
Great.
So if everyone would care to join me, would you stand? And I don't know where East is. I'm just thinking it's this way. I'm just going to leave the universe. This is this way. The ancestors who are in the East, beginning all beginnings, we salute you as you with us today. Our hope, turn to the south. Turn to the south. We ask that you be with us today and give us a wonderful conference today. Our hope, turn to the west. All our ancestors in the west, we ask that you be with us and give us a wonderful conference in the way. Our hope, turn to the north. Wisdom and knowledge and experience all our ancestors in the Lord, we ask that you be with us today. I hope. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that blessing. And next up, I'd like to welcome Peter Rogina from Peacebuilding.
Thank you, everybody. It's great to be back. It's wonderful to be here for our 2nd year, and it's really a privilege. So this is, my purpose here is just to introduce Peace Lights. Peace Lights is an international symbol of peace that's been adopted by the peace organizations of 18 countries now. It's been endorsed by the United Nations International Year of Light, and it's played all around the world. It has its roots here in New York City, where we used to just do public light art events. And we were inspired by the chairman of the New York Peace Coalition. His predecessor was playing in the background, and he said, you know, Peter, that's really good energy in the corner over there. I said, hey, Schick, how about a video like that as a symbol of good energy or peace? And he really resonated with the idea, kind of got me thinking. We went off, and about a month and a half later, we delivered Peace Lights into the New York Peace Coalition, based on this one statement. We've been looking for a symbol of peace to provide solidarity for actions of peace around the world. We have not had a new symbol of peace in more than a generation. And so we went off and created Peace Lights. First time it ever showed on Times Square was this last International Day of Peace on September 21st. It also showed in Melbourne, Australia at Fed Square, China, 4 countries in Africa, England, and several locations in the US. Kind of heading in that same direction for the International Month of Peace. The UN International Day of Human Rights is December 10th. It's going to be playing on that iconic library at Columbia University. 6,000 lumen projector provided by a corporate sponsor. So what I like to do is try and get up at the beginning of a conference or at the beginning of an event. And since people will be seeing the lights throughout the event, at least there's context. And you know that people from around the world have looked upon these same lights and have been encouraged to put their good energies and their wishes for our jointly deeply held beliefs into the environment that we're in. I will be back on Thursday night to show you some pictures from around the world, and really looking forward to it. Enjoy the conference.
Thank you, Peter. Next, I'd like to welcome our President and CEO, Basil Ugorji, who many of you know.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This very conference, the International Conference on Ethnic and Religious Conflict Resolution and Peacebuilding, is very important, very symbolic, very relevant to what is going on around the world today, not only in the countries that are represented here today, but as well in those countries that we do not have members, and not only here in the United States or in Nigeria or in Uganda, many other places. But I think this very conference is very relevant in different schools, also in the families. What we have come here to do today, the journey that we are about to start, a 3-day journey that is going to end on Thursday, is going to help us to learn and exchange ideas on how to live together in peace and harmony. This year, we decided to launch this important discussion on how to live together in peace and harmony. When you take a look around the world and see how divisive some rhetorics, some discussions, public discussions, have really created a lot of problems in many countries, then we will really appreciate a discussion on how to live together in peace and harmony. In 2014, when we began this journey, many participants who came here in New York for the first conference said how we wish that this conference will continue. And since 2014, we have tried as much as we can to bring people, scholars, researchers, practitioners together in New York for the continuation of this very conference. And we have people here who actually came in 2014, and those who've been coming every year from many countries. I know a lot of people are on their way coming. Many people will be here tomorrow, and many people will be here on Thursday during the prayer for peace, with which we'll end our conference. We have a long history, a very unique one and humble beginning. And at the beginning of this organization and the conference, we honestly, we're blessed to have very important people, those who have contributed to helping us build this organization and also build the conference. And today, I wish to inform you that one of the people who was very instrumental in beginning the organization is right here with us. And since 2014, she's been looking forward to joining us from Vermont, but because of some personal and health-related reasons, she wasn't able to come in the previous years. But this year we are lucky she's here to join us and also to share her own experiences and learn from one another and also contribute to the discussion. So I wish to, in a special way, welcome Dr. Diana Wanyu, who was the founding chair of this very organization and who contributed a lot and has been very instrumental in building it. Dr. Diana Wanyu, please, may you come out for your performance.